remainder of your sentence and maybe then some. Look right there.
Hey YouTube, coming back at you with another here in my office. We're not really in my office, we're in my living room. But just wanted to make a video for people that are wondering maybe where I've been, what I've been up to. It's been like 4 months since I made a video. And I'm not going to abandon the channel. I'm still going to make videos. We're not done. There's a lot more to come. But I'm kind of at a tipping point in my life on what I'm going to do with the rest of my career. As you guys know, things didn't work out at the last job. I gave up a high-paying job, but not only did I hate it, I wasn't getting any satisfaction out of doing the work. The work that I did do, you know, the stuff that I succeeded with, was really rushed and last minute. We had to work on the weekends at some points. I'm sounding like a baby, but it just wasn't the greatest situation, and I never saw the office. I never even saw my boss. It was all virtual, and this coronavirus thing, I'm convinced has something to do with it, because
what are you looking for?
I had no problem adjusting to jobs in the past where I would start in the office. So for some reason, you know, trying to learn all these systems and trying to learn everything virtually, having to pick up the phone or send an email to get an answer on anything, really was challenging for me. You know, maybe it's me, I don't know. But what I'm doing now, if you guys are wondering, I'm making I'm going over the real estate licensing exam for Pennsylvania. I'm going over the material again. I've been studying this thing for like 5 months now, so I know I need to get cracking. I need to take the test. I need to get licensed. So I'm looking to get licensed probably, or I'm going to take the test probably sometime next month. I only study about an hour a day. I really can't commit more hours than that to studying. It's a lot of dry material. It's like 20 sections of 5-10 units each. It's just hundreds of pages of information, and it's a lot to absorb. I'm trying to pace myself. I'm trying to go slow, so I definitely get the concepts, and it'll help me pass the exam. And I took some practice exams, and I some of them I barely passed. I actually passed. You have to get an 80. Other ones I got a 76, a 72. I was in the 70s, so it's not like I'm bombing the test, but I'm not getting that 80%, which is probably what you need to get on the real exam. But you know, until I'm testing at that point, I don't feel comfortable taking the exam. So a couple more weeks of studying. I'm going to take the test. And if I don't pass it, it's just gonna be more of the same. I'm gonna go back to studying and keep taking that sucker until I pass it. You know, I have nothing else to do. You know, so so really that's what I'm doing. I have been looking at jobs. I've applied to some jobs, even though I say I don't want a 9-to-5 job and I want to try to move into real estate and do something different. I can't resist the urge to when I see a job that is good paying salary like what I used to make. You know, it seems like easy money just to get a job compared to building a real estate business. So I saw a job at Citigroup that was audit services and functions, which is exactly what I did for 7 years where I used to work. So it wasn't what happened at Wells Fargo, and it was at Citi, but they said it has to be in New York City. They said some of the work that needs to be done in person. I'm like, that's good, but it needs to be done in person in New York City. You guys know I just got an apartment here in Philadelphia. It was very difficult to find one. that accepts dogs. I have 3 German Shepherds, and I'd have to break a lease. So going to city for New York City is not in the cards for me right now. I just can't do it. And I don't think it'll ever be in the cards for me. I don't desire to live in New York City. Um, Philadelphia is expensive. It's probably twice as expensive as where I used to live. But at least you can go out to the suburbs. You can get, nicer houses. And you can get that suburban feel. But we're enjoying it in the city, to be honest with you, in Manayunk. We're in Manayunk, uh, Philadelphia. It's like West Philadelphia, Northwest Philadelphia. So I like the area, but so we can't go to New York City. I'd have to break the lease too. I have a 1-year lease signed on this place, and I'd have to break it, so I could be pursued for the money that I owe him for rent. So I don't want to get into that situation. So not only would I not be able to find an apartment that's going to take these 3 dogs, if I did find one, it's probably going to be way the hell out, and the commute is going to be terrible to get into New York City. So trying to get into Manhattan, maybe 20 years ago I would have done it, but I'm 39 years old. I'm not looking for a huge commute and to get downtown to work. I'm from Buffalo, New York. We drove to work. It was easy, 20 minutes. So so I do look for jobs periodically, and I did get bites. Like I said, I was on the call with City. I got the interview, and before we even got into the interview, I was talking to the hiring manager, and I said I can't do New York City. So we decided I just said, keep me in mind, keep me on file. I'll keep you guys in mind. If maybe they can do this audit job for functions at a different location, because I'm close to Wilmington, not close, but I'm like commutable distance to Wilmington, Delaware. So if I was able to work at City in Wilmington, Delaware, that's a different story. I would take that job. So maybe that'll happen in the future. I don't know. That's City. But what was I gonna say? So we don't have a job. I'm unemployed, but I'm technically an agent in training. I signed up with a real estate brokerage here in Philadelphia, and they're waiting for me to finish the exam and take it. But it's kind of nice. Like, you don't have to go to sales meetings. When you're a real estate agent and you're an independent contractor, you don't have to follow all those rules that you have at 9-to-5 jobs. You don't have to be at the office 9 to 5, but you might have to do weekends, nights, who knows. I'm looking for that flexibility, guys. I know that if I pick up another job, chances are it'll probably have to be back in audit again. And I have a few applications out to audit jobs in Philadelphia, not in the financial services space, which isn't ideal. But we'll see what happens. So what's going to happen with this channel, guys? It's going to turn more into a quest in real estate. That is, if I stick with it, and if I pass the exam and I'm able to get started. So we'll see what happens. My lawsuit is still in play. It's getting, stuff is happening. Materials are being exchanged between the parties with opposing counsel. And, but we're, at least last time we had a mediation call, we're nowhere near a meeting of minds on a final figure around what they're going to pay out to me. So, I'm not banking on that anytime soon. And really right now I'm living off the equity that was built up over 10 years of I bought and sold 3 houses in my life. So all that equity, when I was able to cash it out because I went to an apartment and now I pay rent. So the money that's there is about 2 years worth of expenses. So it's a good cushion. It's not like what do they say? He should have 6 months salary. Well, I have 24 months salary or more than that to hold me over, and I'm hoping that I can get real estate going. I'm hoping that I get the real estate thing going before that money is depleted, and then I could take the money that comes from the lawsuit, and we're thinking about buying real estate with it, buying a house, and not having a house payment, and just kind of rebuilding, because my world is rebuilding right now. My credit score is in the toilet. I can't get any credit. Used to be an 820. I think my score was 820, 830. Now it's under 500. It's embarrassingly low. And I can't begin work on that until I get my settlement. I've said to myself, there's bad debt out there, credit cards and things that are charged off that need to be solved. But I'm not going to pay for that stuff until I get my money for the reason why that happened, because I lost my job. So I'm going to use whatever I have to try to rebuild my credit, and that's why I have to buy a house cash the next place I go, provided we have enough money. So we're probably going to stay here in Philadelphia. We like it here. I don't want to do another move. And if I did another move, it would have to be for a job. And after what happened, I don't feel too confident. It took a lot of my confidence away. Basically failing at this job. For whatever reason, I'm blaming COVID. I think it had a lot to do with it, but it's just it just stinks. So yeah, so that's what's going on, guys. You'll see more videos. Probably they're going to be spaced out a little more. I used to make those vlogs every week with what I'm interviewing for, when I was really interviewing at a high pace, and I was interviewing all over the country. So that was one journey that you guys came along with me on, and that journey is over with. So what we're doing now is not the same thing. It's going to be, I'll make a video when I sell my first house. I'll make a video when I get my first house, when I get my first deal. I'll make a video if I take another job and go that route, depending on what it is. I'd like it to be something other than internal audit, because I'm sick of it. Frankly, I've been doing it for 13 years, so I'm looking for a change. But if I have to continue an audit, I will. But I'm only going to do that if I can't make something out of this real estate happen. So yeah. So when things happen, things occur, I'll make another video, give you guys the news and the scoop on what's going on. And lastly too, I wanted to say 300 subscribers. We're at like 320 now or something. I can't believe I have 300 subscribed. 300 people are interested in my life, which is interesting. I'm glad some people take positive things out of this. I like making the videos. It's kind of like a diary or a journal to me. So it's like a living journal. So yeah, so thanks for 300 subscribers. And if you want to continue along on the journey, continue subscribing. If you haven't watched any of my other videos, there's tons of them. Just the quest of trying to find a job is what most of it is. I have some stuff on my bipolar 1 diagnosis, which is my most watched video, my review of a medication I take. I don't want to make a channel that's all about that though. So, even though that was the hottest item that I ever uploaded, I don't want to be just a channel that only talks about having bipolar 1 disorder. So make it sound like that's like the only thing that controls my life, which it's not. So, so I'm not going to have a channel that's dedicated just to that. But this channel started out as when I bought my house, and I you know, that's why you'll see me in the library with my old house. I had, you know, a 5,500 square foot house, and it was really cool. And you know, I've lost all that, and we're kind of doing a rebuild. So I guess that's about it, guys. I don't have anything else. So if you like this video, like, subscribe, and there'll be more to come. So just stay tuned, guys. Thanks.